So here we are, 7 days after the Froch against Groves fight, and still people are talking about it. In fact, people still seem to be talking about it even more. I mean, look, let's get a few things straight in this fight. The fight was definitely 100% stopped too early. I don't care if you're a Froch fan, I don't care if you're a Groves fan, a neutral, whatever. The fight, and I haven't spoken to anybody that disagrees with this, was stopped too early. How early it was stopped, I'm not sure. Look, I know that Froch caught Groves with 8 punches in the last exchange. 4 half kind of glances and 4 big punches. Big, powerful punches. And for Groves was definitely struggling. The guy, his hands were down, he looked a little bit weary, a bit heavy. He wasn't ready for the ref to come in and finish it, 100% no. But I think it should have gone 1 more exchange, 10 more seconds, 2 or 3 more shots. But let's get it right, folks. We know what Froch can do. We know what a good finisher he is. That fight would have been finished in the next exchange. 100%. He's lethal, he's dangerous, he's stronger in the end rounds than at any time in the fight. And people that say that, well, yeah, but Froch was knocked down in the first round. Yeah, and let's get it right. Knocked down in the first round with a massive, massive punch that he also walked into as well, that added some power to the punch. I think 95% of professional boxers would have been knocked out by that punch. But Froch is in the elite of professional boxers. And can he take a punch? Has he got a chin, that bloke? Unbelievable. If you look when he got hit, he half goes unconscious and closed his eyes as he went down. By the time his arse has hit the floor, he's back up again. He's alive again. But what a recovery. That was a massive, massive punch. And yeah, Froch in the fight was, first 6-7 rounds was a bit sloppy. He looked a bit old manish. Whether he didn't look as good because of his age or because Groves was very good, we'll never know. But he wasn't certainly there for the first few rounds, and Groves was brilliant. I mean, Groves was definitely 2 to 3 rounds ahead by the time the fight got stopped. But I still think, Froch would have gone on to win the fight in the next 10 seconds. If not, he would have dominated the rest of the fight. There was no way that Groves was going to have anything left after that 9th round. So people that are behind Groves, I'm a neutral, I'm a boxing fan, and I'm looking at it from a neutral perspective. I just think Froch does that a lot of times. You look at the Taylor fight, he knocked him out in the last 20 seconds. You look at the Pascal fight, look, he was coming on strong at the end. He looked like he was well beaten. Pascal was hammering him at times, caught him some beautiful shots. But the resilience, he digs, he digs, he digs. I don't think Groves has still found that ability to know how to dig. He's either got it or he hasn't. Who's to say? I mean, we'll find out in future how good Groves is, but I think a lot of people are going over the top a bit about Groves. He looks very good, but how good, I don't know. He might just be lacking at that top level. I've got a feeling the top guys will find something to beat Groves, but we don't know. I mean, only time will tell. If Froch and him fight again, I can see Froch beating him again. I don't think Groves will catch Froch with another as good a punch as that again. So he's got again to win some rounds. He's got to hope to win on points. I can't see it myself. I think Froch will always catch up with him between rounds 7 and 10, and the fight will be over again. So Groves fans, I think you're going a little bit over the top. I mean, a lot of comments like Groves won the fight. Look, let's get it right. Groves lost the fight. The fight was stopped 10 seconds too early, 2 or 3 punches too early. But Froch won the fight and is a class act. Okay, the guy's a bit arrogant. He's a bit cocky, but he's world champion. He's also a gentleman as well. He made some nice comments about Groves after the fight, told him how well he fought and everything. And I think people are getting onto Froch here a little bit, and a little bit too much. If anybody wants to look back in history and see a guy that was winning loads of rounds, look at Kirkland Laing against Colin Jones about 30 years ago. Laing was way up on points, and then Colin Jones, between the 10th and 12th round, just came and caught me those whipping left hooks he used to catch. And before you know it, Laing was on his arse, he's out of the fight. But Laing was winning on points. But it didn't matter. 30 seconds later, Jones has won the title, and it's game over. Great fight though, folks, wasn't it?